Steelmen's 4-3 win over Dundee United immediately throws up memories. Ali Maxwell's rib injury, a teenage Phil O'Donnell's header that made it 3-1, Darren Jackson's last-minute equaliser for United, Stevie Kirk's winner in extra time. Everywhere you look inside Fir Park, the place is awash with framed pictures of the class of '91. Today's team have a chance to join them on those walls, but this is a Celtic side that is a wounded animal. Motherwell team showing Craigan, Hutchinson and Gunning all in the starting lineup. That means Hamill moves into midfield. Humphrey and Murphy will try and support top scorer John Sutton up front. Just Commons was suspended for the final SPL match. He's back on the right-hand side. Samaras is preferred to Stokes up front with Hooper. Well, the referee taking charge of his first Scottish Cup finals, Callum Murray, who had the pleasure of both Old Firm Scottish Cup meetings this season. The replay in particular, I'm sure, is one he's not going to forget. Celtic going into their huddle. And there is the Motherwell top scorer, John Sutton. He's scored in every round this season, something 91 hero Stevie Kirk claims to have done, although one of those is a penalty in a shootout at Capello. Sutton's brother Chris won a few of these trophies as a Celtic player. Gary Hooper has been in terrific goal-scoring form all season. He'll lead the line with Samaras up front. Oh, we're underway. Just what is the following 90 minutes and potentially extra time got in store for us? Motherwell did not end the season well in the league. After the split, 3 defeats, heavy ones, against Rangers, Dundee United and Celtic in the final SPL match last weekend. 2 draws as well. They need to start well today. Slack early ball. Neil Lennon was in the stands the last time Celtic played here in a final. The Cooperative Insurance Cup against Rangers. There's a corner. Well, that was left by Hutchinson. Careless early stage there for Sean Hutchinson.
It's not a good idea, you know, when you look at the big centre backs. Giorgio Samaras in there, definitely a big advantage in height for Celtic.
Well, Chris Commons will take eventually once Callum Murray sorts things out in the middle. Early defending for Motherwell to do here. It's Commons in. Scrape clear. Key will keep this alive though. Commons, that's a good ball. Hooper's on, he's off the bar. Oh, he was offside just. Gary Hooper. Well, he looked on when the ball came in, but the flag went up late.
It was a late flag. I thought he timed his run perfectly. Get in early. Chris Commons does that. You can see just, it's a great spot with the linesman on the far side, but Hooper looking sharp early in the game. Gets in the end of that. Really unlucky, but the flag was up.
Celtic have gone more than 2 years without silverware since they beat Rangers in the League Cup in 2009. That was a reckless one there from Majstorovic. They played themselves into trouble there, Celtic.
Yeah, just too many passes and going nowhere, and I think you'll find the referee deems this as stud showing. Immediately goes for the yellow card.
Indeed it is for the big Swede.
Well, here you'll see it. John Sutton plays, yeah, it's up, he's caught him. You can see it's the sole of the boot. It's a sore one. It's a really sore one when you see it from that angle, and certainly worthy of yellow.
In Lennon we trust. Support from all angles and up in the sky above Hampden Park. He's had a horrendous time just now. It's a great ball in from Mulgrew. Couldn't quite find Hooper, but that is the kind of area that is impossible sometimes to defend.
It's a nightmare for Sean Hutchinson. Facing his own goal, has to play it and gets enough on it just.
And there's a sore one. Lasley in on Glenn Louvens. Callum Murray's having a right good think about this. Well, he'll have to defuse the situation. It didn't look nice.
No, he's dived in. You know, it's another one. He's, you know, Majstorovic was booked for something similar. Stud show, and we'll see if Lasley does exactly the same. Throws himself in. I tell you what, he's a lucky man, you know, because that's high as well. You know, if he catches the player, that's going to be a dull one. Luckily he didn't, and he'll be quite happy, I think, to only get yellow for that.
Brown. Mulgrew's got a bit of space out on this near side. This is Samaras. Commons. Samaras. Mulgrew. Flicked away, hung it up, but this is Wilson. Second bite of the cherry. Hooper. And Randolph's there. He was patient from Celtic. Just didn't break for them in the right area.
A couple of decent balls into the box. The first one in from Charlie Mulgrew. Jamie Murphy just gets away. When this comes back in, Motherwell just do enough.
Lasley looking for Humphrey now. He is quick, Chris Humphrey. He's away from Mulgrew, is he? Mulgrew trying to get back at him. And then Majstorovic covers the ground as well. It took the two of them to stop Chris Humphrey, though.
Did just enough, Charlie Mulgrew, with the challenge, just to nip the ball and give Majstorovic the chance to come over and complete the challenge.
Lasley back to Haitley. It's more encouraging for Motherwell. Well, it's the studs up again from Keith Lasley. He's already been booked. He and Jennings just gonna have to be a bit careful.
Yeah, I mean he's played the ball, but the modern day game you're not allowed to show your studs, and he's got to be careful because he then goes and approaches the referee to give him stick, and having been booked, just get out his way.
Stuart McCall liked a slide tackle, didn't he? And Motherwell return the favour. It's Lasley who's caught late by Key. Wants another yellow card. It's for the South Korean.
That's a certainty, isn't it? It's virtually the same challenge as Lasley produced when he was yellow carded. You see, he's coming in, the studs are always shown, and even if there's very little contact, that is a dangerous challenge.
Booking number 4 in the game, third for Celtic. Half an hour in, Motherwell 0, Celtic 0. It was easy for Forster. It's more like a game of chess out there just now, isn't it?
Well, I think Celtic would love to drag Motherwell forward and leave room in behind, but Stephen Craigan back there organising. Motherwell always look settled. 4 at the back, at least 4 in midfield, and make it difficult for Celtic to play through.
He'd love to be out there just now playing, Neil Lennon. Hooper. Key to Brown. Wilson gets Commons in. Key. Key's going for it himself. Oh, what a goal from Ki Sung-young! A stunner at the National Stadium. It's first blood Celtic.
And it is an absolute cracker. What a hit. When he picks up the ball, nobody closes him down quick enough, so he just sets it up for himself, and then he decides he's going to let fly. When it comes in here, nobody closes down quick enough, and he's hit it right into the side netting. Very difficult for the goalkeeper, but what a super strike.
Well, Darren Randolph tried, but couldn't get there. And exploded into the net behind him. One, then 2 fists, and Celtic are in front in the final. It's a goal fit for a cup final from the South Korean international. And it's Celtic who are in the driving seat as things stand. Gavin Gunning. It's opened up for Gunning. Oh, he's off the crossbar. What a hit. The bar's still shaking. Motherwell still come forward. Sutton couldn't get it under control. What a strike from Gavin Gunning, though.
Well, it's equally as good as Key's effort, because another left footer, he could not have hit it better, and so unlucky to find it crashing back off the woodwork.
Well, the width of Fraser Forster's crossbar kept that out. Oh, that looked like a handball by Majstorovic. What was he thinking? What was getting behind him?
Well, it's a really odd one. You know, the referee, he's been booked already. The referee's never going to book him for that. but you've got to be very careful. I don't know if he misreads it and at the last minute decides he's going to handle that. There are a lot of referees would have said that's yellow, and therefore off you go.
Well, Callum Murray spared him, the Sweden international. Hasn't spared him the free kick though, which Stevie Hamill will take. We talk about Mulgrew's left foot, Stevie Hamill's isn't bad either.
His this towards the far post, get men darting across the goalkeeper and see if somebody can get a slightest of touches.
Chance for Motherwell. It's poor though from Hamill, it's away by Scott Brown. Motherwell have to build again. Flick on from Sutton. Zagiri just watches that go out. It was a waste from Stevie Hamill. Gavin Gunning hit this, just smacked off the crossbar. What an effort.
Well, he just can't hit that any better. You know, across the goalkeeper, going like a rocket. Keeper's beaten. So unlucky to see that coming back off the bar instead of flying in the top corner.
It's got a little flick in its way that may well have been the difference. He's again. That's for Sutton, just too long for him. It was a slip by Zagiri. Well, it's brilliant defending, you have to say, first and foremost there, because he slipped as he put it back to his keeper.
But the great thing is he knows there's nobody behind him, so when he loses his footing, I'm not under pressure, I'm just going to make sure I don't knock this past the goalkeeper.
And now it's Chris Humphrey. Zagiri's not in his left back role. Mulgrew getting back, key there as well. It's in from Humphrey. Sutton goes down in the box. Callum Murray had a look at it, shake of the head.
I don't think you're ever going to get a penalty for that. The referee's watching the cross coming in. It's a decent ball into a good area. Two players may have come together, but no penalty.
One thing the goal's done is liven it up. Samaras. Oh, that almost came to Hooper. Might still come for Samaras. There's a shout for handball right on the 18-yard line. It's not been given by the referee. Well, Celtic incensed about that. Samaras has still got his head in his hands.
I can't believe the referee doesn't see that. The player on the ground, Stephen Craig,
oh dear.
I mean, he's got a really good hand on it, and is that a goal-scoring opportunity? It's certainly a free kick. The question is it also a red card?
I think Neil Lennon saw it. Did he? Yeah, I think he did. Samaras finds a bit of space. He's got no support yet. Still on his own. And he's dug a cross out. That was awkward there for Sean Hutchinson. Right on his 6-yard line.
Bounced up, really difficult ball to deal with. Got to keep your hands out of the way, and he just does enough to scramble it clear.
Motherwell claiming it was their ball. The manager certainly thought so, and the touchline out of your picture. Well, there's the half-time whistle. And it's that man who's the hero at the moment for Celtic, Ki Sung-young, with a pile driver. A stunning goal in the Hampden Rain on Scottish Cup final day. Darren Randolph just couldn't get to it. A strike worthy of a cup final. Motherwell 0, Celtic 1 at half-time. When a team leads 1-0, the next goal is crucial. This is Haitley. That's poor from Jennings. It's unlike him.
No, it's not the start they want to the second half. Motherwell, they've got to try and pick things up. They've got to get Murphy and Humphrey involved. Get the ball out there and get them isolated one-on-one against full-backs, and then see if they can drive you forward the park and maybe create something in the middle for John Sutton.
No changes for either side at the break. being patient, Celtic. Very patient.
They can do that at 1-0 up. You're quite entitled to dictate the pace of the game as it suits you.
Celtic with all the ball right now. Samaras. Well, Commons is waiting in the pass, I think. Everyone away to our right, and the Celtic end thought so. This is Hooper. Mulgrew. No shot. Izagiri. They'll come again. Commons. Izagiri. Well, it's a shout for a tug of the jersey, Izagiri, I think, and it is a corner.
Yeah, one or two Celtic players just passing up the opportunity to shoot. I think it was Charlie Mulgrew on the edge of the box, but when Izagiri gets involved and gets into the box, you've got to be very careful. You know, if you put a hand on a player, you know the referee's going to be looking. You don't see a great deal there. Izagiri asks a question, but the referee having none of it.
Key takes the corner kick. Oh, it's still a bit of ricochet. It just wouldn't go over. Hooper was right on the line. Let off for Motherwell.
A real chance for Celtic from the set piece when the ball comes in there. Don't deal with it. Gavin Gunning doesn't get a header, and eventually they manage to get it clear, but when it's whipped in there, defenders have got to get a decent header on that ball.
Murphy. Gunning to Hamill. Gunning. That was Sutton. Humphrey!
He works the goalkeeper. I think that's all you can ask. John Sutton causes the problem here. Wins the flick header. Celtic don't get there, and Humphrey tries to cut across it, but just doesn't get enough on it to beat Fraser Forster.
John Boyle, the Motherwell chairman, outgoing Motherwell chairman. He's giving the club back to the fans. He'd love to go out with the Scottish Cup, that's for sure. Gavin Gunning. Very deep. Oh, Izagiri slipped there. Well, Humphrey had assumed Izagiri was going to get onto that. Humphrey will be able to get it in. John Sutton was there, but so too was Louvens. Still it's Motherwell. Gunning drives it across. The one area there was nobody in claret and amber, and Celtic can get it away.
Outstanding defending from Glenn Louvens.
Well, Samaras is in. It's another slit. This time the other end. Georges Samaras. It's still him. It's a shout for a penalty.
Sean Hutchison is absolutely raging. He felt there was a foul here, and this Samaras clicks his heels. He isn't making a challenge, but what an advantage he gets. And I think he's got to shoot. He tries to pick out Gary Hooper, and that allows Motherwell to get back and deflect the ball behind.
Louvens. Hooper. Samaras. Here is Hooper. Commons. Mulgrew. Good tackle. And it had to be. Mulgrew pulled the trigger. Samaras. That's good play. Oh, reverse pass for Hooper. He's onside. No takers. Still it's Celtic. Mulgrew. Randolph.
Couple of chances for Celtic. Firstly, Charlie Mulgrew doesn't get his shot away, but the final ball in from the wide area, it was an absolute beauty. Gary Hooper, what a ball that is. Nobody gambling in the middle.
Celtic at the moment looking very comfortable.
And Motherwell will find it difficult to get enough bodies up. Once you win the ball, you have to work hard to get there. Then you've got to move 40 and 50 yards to go and support John Sutton.
Oh, this is a good move by Celtic. Chris Commons is in here. What a chance this is! Oh, it's away off the line. Oh, Hutchinson, right place at the right time.
And he does so well because he sorts his feet out. Gavin Gunning gets caught here, tries to step up. What a fantastic ball through. And 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, gets the ball past him. That's great defending. Sean Hutchison just gets there in time and just does enough.
Stokes for Celtic, looking for Hooper. Mulgrew. He went the low road for Stokes, lost his footing. It's in the Republic of Ireland squad for the Nations Cup games against Northern Ireland and Scotland. Commons is in the Scotland squad, finds Key. He looking to shuffle it onto the left, perhaps goes for Commons again. And it's Commons! The handoff would have seen it late.
Yeah, still good goalkeeping. Decent possession from Celtic, round about the edge of the box, but eventually somebody's got to take responsibility, have a go. Chris Commons does that, decent save.
Good play by Commons, Wilson to Stokes. Commons continued his run, he's on to it now. Wilson coming to the edge of the area. Oh, it's it, that's it! And surely the Scottish Cup will be going back to Celtic Park. It's an own goal, it is unfortunate for Motherwell. But it's Celtic's Cup final, the throwaway now.
Well, it's a nightmare for Motherwell. Good play from Celtic. Here's the pick out. Find somebody coming in. Mark Wilson, not the best shot he's ever hit, but it comes off the Motherwell defenders and it's in the back of the net. And now Celtic have got themselves in a lovely position with a cushion. But here's the pass from Commons. Drive it across. Final touch off Stephen Craigan. No chance for Hutchinson, who tries to scramble it off the line. It comes off Stephen Craigan, and Motherwell's chances may well have gone.
A despairing dive on the line from Hutchinson, couldn't prevent it from crossing it. And Stephen Craigan, who scored the opener in the semi-final against St Johnstone, has put through his own goal. Stokes. Key, Commons, Izagiri, good run, it's opening right up for Izagiri, is that a penalty? Alan Murray says no. Well, there was a clip on Emilio Izagiri as he went through there. Stayed on his feet, couldn't get a shot away though.
I think just crowded out a lot of Motherwell defenders. His touch had to be perfect and they just managed to surround him.
Hooper. And now Commons. He'll go for it himself. He beach balls it.
Anthony Stokes, I don't think, too impressed. You'll see that Stokes pulls off here, just looking for the ball into the side, but it's another clever bit of play by Commons to get free. Just that final effort, not so good.
Forrest, Hooper, back to Forrest again. Stokes, it's strong from Hooper, he'll get the free kick. The challenge came from Stephen Craigan, who has been booked. Well, Craigan's raging.
Well, I think he felt it was a battle of strength. He's tried to step in front, but without getting a touch on the ball. When the Celtic striker goes to the ground, it always looked like he was going to get a free kick, and it's a real chance, and I would imagine Charlie Mulgrew is going to fancy this one.
It's almost too close for Charlie Mulgrew. Can sail them in from as far back as 35 odd yards. But it is a chance. Mulgrew scored the opening goal in the semi-final against his old club Aberdeen. And he has a right good chance here for Celtic to kill it off. It is Mulgrew, and how about that for a free kick? What a finish from Charlie Mulgrew! The cherry on the cake! The cup's going back to Parkhead.
Well, I was wondering, can he get this over the wall and get it to come down quick enough? He didn't even give it a second thought. He's gone for power, and he's hit an absolute fizzer. Goalkeeper sees it so late, no chance to move, and that is a wonderful strike from Mulgrew. Made for the left footer, but Key struck it well. That is every bit as good. That is an absolute beauty.
A howitzer from Charlie Mulgrew. It's been a dream season for him. Neil Lennon and Johan Mjällby celebrate that one. We're in the final minute. Celtic looking to add a bit more varnish to the scoreline. Challenge came from Craigan. Referee says he got the ball. Chris Humphrey hasn't got into the game at all today. Losing out to Izagiri. Loads of space for McCourt on this near side. Izagiri finds Stokes. Still it's Stokes. That may well be the last chance of the game, but Celtic with a 3-0 lead.
I don't think Anthony Stokes was ever thinking about picking out a teammate. striker's instinct. As soon as the ball's in and around the box, look to get it clear of your feet and have a pop at goal.
The shrill whistles inside the National Stadium coming from the Celtic fans, who are in expectancy now. They don't have to wait long. They'll be able to watch their heroes pick up a trophy for the first time in more than 2 years. Callum Murray blows the final whistle. Celtic have won the Scottish Cup for 2011. Glory for Neil Lennon and for Celtic. Well, you can see what it means to everyone at the club as they go to their manager, who's been through a horrendous time of it in recent weeks, in recent months. But there can be no denying Celtic much deserved winners this afternoon. It was fairly even up until the opening goal, and even then Motherwell hit the bar afterwards. But there is a smile back on the face of Neil Lennon. The Celtic management team, I can tell you're watching on, very proud just now, as Scott Brown receives the Scottish Cup for 2011. Silver at last for Celtic. It must have felt like an eternity for them. 2 years and 2 months since they last won a trophy. 4 years since they last won the Scottish Cup. They have it back. Oh, nobody can grudge it for Neil Lennon. He will milk this moment, that's for sure. And that trophy will be shown off to the Celtic supporters, who are loving their party right now.
And the party went on. A disappointing season in terms of trophies, ending with Scottish Cup compensation. Celtic's first silverware in more than 2 years.
Neil, what does this mean to you?
It means a hell of a lot, and it's a fantastic way to end what's been a really good season in terms of where we want to take the club.
And what does it mean to you, especially these fans have given you such a great affection all season? What does it mean for you personally to give them the silverware?
Listen, it's about, as Martin O'Neill used to say, it's about those who play and those who pay. The players have been magnificent this season, and so are these guys. They will make this club special. It's a very proud day for us all involved with the club, and we hope it's the start of more silverware in the future.
Well, Dermot Desmond has told us that he wants to get you on a long-term contract. He told us that before the game. I think that's something you'll be just desperately wanting to sign.
Well, of course, I love the club, I love my job, I love what I do. I'm really pleased with the progress and the quality that we've brought into the club, and we want to improve next year. Not just for Scotland, Scottish football, but maybe a go into Europe as well. But Mr. Desmond's been a great supporter. He's given me great advice throughout my time as a manager, as is Peter Lowell and John Reid. So I couldn't have had more support in the background, really.
Enjoy your goal?
Just delighted to see it at the back of the net. I mean, practiced them all week in training, and I was just happy to score a goal. But the most important thing is we won the cup.
Daniel, many congratulations. How good does this feel with all the Celtic fans here?
This is unbelievable. This is what you fight for the whole life, and you want to win titles. You want to feel this moment, and you can just feel how much it means for everybody.
Key, man of the match, congratulations. How good does this feel?
I was very surprised with all the players who played today. It was big performance, everyone. And also, it's very pleased that I scored, the first goal. So actually, we just a little bit disappointed because we didn't win the league. But I think we just finished the season with a huge trophy, so we are very happy.
And what about the manager? Dermot Desmond tells us that he wants to get Neil Lennon on a long-term contract at Celtic. The players must be delighted for the manager, and I'm sure you'd want him to stay for as long as possible.
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt, one of the best managers I've ever worked with, and you can see the team spirit that we've got, and I'm hoping that, like you say, a long-term deal will be ideal because the lads love him. It's brilliant.
There's no doubt the best team won. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck, and you need a lot of luck if you're playing against a side that, on paper, are a lot better than you. We know we had to be at its best. One or two of us wasn't, but for determination and drive and will to win, as I say, we've gone to 75 minutes, only one down, and if you see the goal, I mean, the shot's going wide, and